I'm Michelle and welcome to this short video on how to win Goodreads giveaways. Actually, it's more likely how to increase your likelihood of winning Goodreads giveaways. Goodreads is an amazing site. This is me logged in as my fiance actually. He's not been on the site for very long, so he's still got these little prompt boxes that appear when you... Goodreads is very good at telling you what things you need to do to improve your profile and get going on the site. So this is what his site looks like. And the giveaways are found under the drop down next to the Explore button. It's one of the most popular areas on the site, understandably. The idea behind giveaways is that publishers offer paperback books as prizes in individual contests. So each book is its own contest. You can see he's entered that one. And all you have to do is click Enter to Win and you are put into a pot. Lots of publishers actually do this months before the books are even published, which is amazing because if you win one, you get your hands on a book before it's actually published, before everybody else gets it. So that's pretty cool. And the idea is that they use it to generate some publicity and some eagerness for the book's release. Why would they do that? It's because that reviews are really, really important for books. Often the more successful a book is, the more reviews it has, and that's why it's successful. And it makes sense. If you were, say, visiting a foreign city and you wanted something to eat, you probably wouldn't choose an empty restaurant on a quiet side street, but you'd probably be more attracted to one which looked popular and busy and thriving. And it's exactly the same with books. So it's nice to be one of the first to discover a new book or a new author. I love doing that. But in these difficult economic times, not many of us are willing to risk hard-earned cash on books that we may not like. It is a risk. So we are much more likely to buy books that our friends have read and recommended to us. And publishers know that, of course, so they are willing to give away some copies of books in order to get good reviews. So that's half the story. The other half is how you can increase your chances of winning these contests. I found out this information when I was researching my book, here's a little pitch, called Goodreads for Authors. I use my other name for that, Michelle Campbell-Scott, because with my name Michelle Booth I write children's books, and I don't want children to have to scroll through lots of, to them, boring books to find the ones about the talking dogs. So I wanted to find out how to use Goodreads for myself to be able to engage with my readers and find new readers and just to talk about books, because I love talking about books. I love talking about Twilight. So I had to research to find out how to use Goodreads myself, and in doing so I unearthed how to win competitions, these giveaways. Now, in the Goodreads giveaway terms and conditions, they say, and this is their words, if more people are interested in a book than there are copies available, which is nearly always the case, we will pick the winners at our discretion. The factors that go into our algorithm are randomness, site activity, genre of books on shelves, and then they throw in a funny one, current phase of the moon, and more. Obviously, they're being tongue-in-cheek there. Now, what that means is their algorithm, so their computer system, chooses the winners, but it's going to take things into consideration. Now, bear in mind that Goodreads know that publishers are going to keep continuing to give their books as prizes for these giveaways. While it works for them, the publishers, that means while giving the books away generates reviews. So what they hope is that the people who win a book are so tickle pink about that they will write a review of it on Goodreads, on Amazon, wherever. Now, it also makes sense that one of the things that's going to influence their algorithm choosing people is that if people have written reviews before. So if publishers want to give away a book in order to get a review, the chances of you winning a book if you have never written a review are much reduced. So if you have written reviews, you are more likely to write a review of the book you've won than someone who's never ever written a review. So one of the things you can do, point one, is to write some reviews of books that you have read already. So these could be books from childhood. I used to love the 101 Dalmatians book. That was one of the first reviews I ever wrote, because the original book is so much better than the Disney version. Now, people can be put off writing reviews because they feel it's going to be complicated or have to be literary. It doesn't have to be difficult. Just a couple of lines to say, this is a clever book. I just wrote down a couple of examples. I'm reading Twilight, a Parody by Sue Knott. Such a funny book. And I've just jotted a couple of lines down here. A clever book that pokes gentle fun at the Twilight series without causing serious offence to fans. Very funny. That's all a review has to be. You can go on and on if you want, but I'm pretty sure, as far as I can tell, that the chances of winning a giveaway is not improved if you write a long review. You just have to have written reviews. Okay, so that's number one, write some reviews. Not hundreds, just a few. Number two is to be active on the site. Now, they do say that in the terms and conditions, that site activity is taken into consideration. So what does that mean? It just means going to the site regularly and doing a couple of things. So anything. It could be liking an author's blog post. It could be a one-click vote in a poll. It could be, again, a one-click, adding a book to your shelves. So when you're on Goodreads, you have three basic shelves, a read, a to read, and a currently reading. So you could see say one of these books in the giveaway, think that looks good, and add it to your to read shelf. Site activity also includes entering giveaways, because when you click enter to win, that is site activity, and you can choose to add that book to your to read shelf then. Just coming to the site to enter giveaways isn't a great idea. You need to show some commitment to other areas of the site as well. The groups are quite interesting. You can find groups that really interest you. I'm in quite a few, and there's some fascinating discussions, so that's worth doing as well. Okay, so that's number two, to be active on the site. It doesn't take ages, just a couple of clicks and visit a couple of times a week. Number three is to have lots of books on your shelves. Now, Andrew's profile is quite new. Let's go to his My Books. He doesn't have many books on his shelves. He doesn't even have any more shelves than the normal ones. He's just got the read, currently reading, and to read. So he's got, in all, 28 books. The more books you have on your shelves, the more likely you are to win a Goodreads giveaway, because you're more likely to have hit the genre that the book is in. So if you want to win, say, a book in the children's genre, make sure you have some children's books on your shelves, because again, it shows that you're more interested in that. Very, very easy to put a book on your shelf. Just show you very quickly. When you see a book, there's a want to read button that's highlighted. Just hover over the little bookcase to the right of that, and you can choose to put it on your currently reading, want to read, or read shelves. So in this case it would be want to read because he hasn't read it. You can choose to syndicate it to Facebook. I don't tend to do that just for this, because I don't want to look spammy. I will send a review. If I write a review, I will send that to Facebook, but I don't let Goodreads tell all my friends on Facebook every time I add a book to my shelves, because I add a lot of books to my shelves. Okay, so that's number three. The next one is to rate some books in the genres you want to win. So if you are a huge fan of biographies, you would need to have read some biographies and have rated them. It is very, very simple to rate a book. All you have to do is click on the relevant star. So if you think it's fantastic, 5 stars. If you think it's really good, 4 stars, and so on. Really rubbish, 1 star. Rating books in the genres you want to win increases your chance of winning a book in that genre, because it shows that you already have that interest, and if you win, you are likely to actually read the book because you're interested in it. Okay, next one is to join a few groups. As I mentioned earlier, groups are great. It shows a lot of site participation if you're going to be in some groups. These are the groups that Andrew is in, but you can have a look through. I mean, look at the numbers, that there are nearly 3,000 book clubs. Book clubs are great too. But you can also search. So if you wanted to find a group about biographies, you could have a look in that section. So, to recap, how to increase your chances of winning Goodreads giveaways: write some reviews of books, be active on the site, have lots of books on your shelves. You can add new shelves as well, different genres. Rate books in the genre of books you want to win, and join some groups. Those 5 simple things don't have to take up a lot of your time, just a couple of clicks here and there, few sentences to write a review, and you will much increase your chances of winning Goodreads giveaways. Good luck. I would love it if you did win one. If you could let me know in the comments here, that would be really cool. See you in the next video. Bye bye.